everybody, Echo V here, and today I'm finally gonna be able to talk about Blokees and Pokemon with their Blokees Classic Edition CV Prologue of Adventure with Riolu and Charizard, which is an official license by the way, so you can relax for a bit Nintendo, no need to get an aneurysm for that. Now in case you guys don't know, Blokees is a recent-ish brand of buildable figures. They're not necessarily model kits per se, but I'd say they're pretty dang close. Now, you most likely know them from their most popular line, which is Transformers, but they also have other licenses under their name, including Marvel, Naruto, and even Sesame Street of all brands. But of course, for this video, we'll mainly be focusing on their Pokemon license. So anyways, here we go! Now the reason why I bought one of each size was because 1, I thought it'd be interesting to compare what the two have in store and what make each size unique from the other, and 2, to show you that this license is cross-generation. That's right folks! Blokees made sure to put variety in their license across all generations, which I think works really well for them. We'll be starting with Riolu first, but I'd like to point out right now that each figure is easy to assemble with easy to follow instructions. It took me less than 10 minutes to assemble mine. Additionally, each figure comes with a card with a nice picture of the figure and a dex entry. And with that done, let's get to the figures, shall we? First up is Riolu, and even for the smaller scale figures, Blokees did not skimp out and still produced a good quality figure that really captures the character really well. Don't let the line's smaller size and simple joints fool you. You still get a lot from these smaller sizes alone. That being said, although limited in joints, you can still get Riolu into some fun poses that really capture its personality. The only downside of Riolu, at least for my copy, is that its earpieces are a bit too loose and floppy and falls down a lot. Seriously, I spent way more time trying to put it back together than posing it, honestly. Next up is its display stand. All Blokees figures come with a display stand and they are really well done, allowing for dynamic displays. For Riolu's, it's a simple round base with the Pokemon logo sculpted, so you can always tell which is the front. There's also an included complimentary rock terrain that is a sticker unfortunately. It was a pain to apply, but just follow the holes and you should be fine, I think. Next up are the effect parts. You get 3 blue ones to represent Riolu's aura, 2 ways to spike up, and a smaller one that is actually meant to help Riolu stand in place. So I find that if you fiddle enough, Riolu can stand on its own just fine. Also included is this single curved stand with attachable joints. And believe it or not, these are not meant for Riolu, but rather for another effect part, which is this hand piece. I have no idea what this is meant to represent, honestly. Maybe another aura effect, or maybe it's Force Bomb. I don't really know. Or maybe it's your secret sauce. Anyway, all these parts can be placed anywhere you want on the base's holes, and it just gives more life to the figure. Overall, like I said, even for the smaller sizes, this is still a really fine addition to either your Blokees collection or Pokemon collection in general. I'll save the size comparisons for later, because we still got one more to review, and that is... Next up, we have Charizard, and if you love the Riolu figures, then oh boy, you are gonna love the big guys, especially Charizard. You know, everyone's favorite Pokemon. Okay, kidding aside, seriously, take everything that I said that I loved about the Riolu figure and multiply that by 100, because even with just Charizard, this figure is absolutely S tier. With the amount of possibility that you get with the joints that absolutely outnumber the small figures, you can definitely get your figure into a variety of poses, especially with Charizard. Too bad the tail can be a bit loose sometimes, but oh, whatever. Anyway, before we get to anything else, and just like Riolu, Charizard comes with a stand, a square one this time around, along with yet another painful sticker application of a surprisingly good fiery volcano. The base also has some kind of puzzle attachments. Perhaps Blokees is implying that you can connect the rest to each other, but from research, none of the others have them. Perhaps Wave 2 will provide that. Of course, Charizard comes with accessories to decorate the stand. 4 flame pieces along with a double-jointed stand piece, which sadly does not connect to Charizard, but rather for these 2 pieces, Charizard's Fire Breath pieces. One that I think is meant to be Flamethrower, and the other, the unmistakable Fire Blast, which can connect on either side, place in a stand, and Charizard is ready for action. Hell yeah, look at that! Now that's what I call a hot display. I am not apologizing for that. Size comparison at last. Here's 2003 Full Metal Alchemist Roy Mustang, the ZA Supernova Murasame Liger, my previous review, the Zoids X Monster Hunter Sonic Bird Leos, and because I had this one for a while, here's the Bandai Namco Figurized Standard Locus Client from Gundam Seed. And to absolutely no one's surprise, overall, the Pokemon Blokees line is amazing, and anyone who has had exposure to the line at this point knows this very well. I mean, what can I say about this line that hasn't already been said several times over at this point? At a decent price, you get your money's worth with these figures. The wide variety in this first wave alone, in my opinion, shows just how expansive the Pokemon franchise is as a whole, which in turn makes me excited for what the future releases will bring. Which means that at this point, Blokees is no longer a brand to ignore when browsing your local toy aisle, and maybe the future start of a brand new addiction. Arceus, help me. And that's it for this video. What are your thoughts on this line, and do you own any from the line yourself? Comment below and let me know. Thanks so much for watching. If it's your birthday today, then happy birthday. And I'll see you all in the next video. Bye everyone, be good to each other.